What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Always a pleasure. We kick it down a notch for all you beautiful souls around the globe. So I decided now would be a good time to talk about, what is better and what, is like, you know, the car life versus the van life. Which one do I like better? Is there a big difference? Would I recommend it? Which would I recommend, if any? Um, do I like van life better or car life better? All those kind of answers. I thought now would be a good time to talk about it because it's fresh in my freaking brain hole. And there's definitely negatives and positive and negatives either side of the coin. So I thought we'd talk about it a little bit since it's freaking raining cats and freaking dogs. The weather is freaking bonkers. It is flooding going on all over the place. Times are just freaking nuts right now. We're in a rain event over here and a lot of flooding. So I gotta be really careful where I park too, because I don't really want to park in an area that gets flooded because I'm not a good swimmer. Thought you should know that. I'm probably more of a floater. I mean, I can kind of swim, just not the best. It's not really my thing. Some may say it's not really a black person's thing, period. Look at the Olympics. How many black swimmers have you seen in the Olympics? Think about it. Anyways, let's talk about this issue right here. Car life, van life. Car life, van life, van life, car life. I can tell you this, man. Car life is hard. Van life is hard, but slightly easier. Especially if you got the right van. But initially, having the right van is frustrating as hell, because having the right van costs money and headaches. And it's really challenging, actually, to be in any vehicle, really. Just the comforts of home, the things that you come to love and appreciate. In both car life and van life, you find those things to be non-existent. And I can say, though, if you had to choose one, van life would definitely be the way to go, man. Like, van life, it's 100% much more sustainable than car life, if you ask me. It's just more about convenience factor and just being able to do things with a little bit more space, because in a car, obviously, you just don't have that much space, which, on the flip side, having a car sometimes is great because, like, you can be a bit more stealth. It's easier to park places. It's easier to kind of just, save on fuel and things like that as well. The van burns more fuel. It's more expensive to operating costs of a van, and just to even get certain things fixed and repaired. Van versus car, usually, vans are a lot more usually, and some of the parts in particular for like this van, because it is not a mainstream kind of van situation. Parts for this have to come from Europe, from Germany, because it's a Mercedes van. So for example, I was finding out about some parts today for it, and they were going to take freaking 6 weeks to arrive, maybe longer because of COVID, but they had to come from Germany. So that's like, so there's things like that usually, you just kind of take for granted when you got a car. Like, cars, just like something goes wrong, it's never as stressfully headachy, I think, as a freaking commercial van kind of situation, a cargo van, whatever van you may be in. But there's definitely, something really cool about being in a van. I think it's a lot more just spacious, for starters. I mean, that's the biggest selling point right there. It's just more spacious, easier to do activities in the back of things that you may want to do or need to do whilst on the road, like sleeping, for example, you can actually stretch out and get nice and cozy and comfortable, which in a car is a lot harder to do, depending on your setup, of course, but it is harder to do. Whereas in a van, you can easily do that. You can store more stuff. You can have stuff stored and all around the place and still have space to still lay down. You can have space to, take a bath in there. I've got a new little plastic tub that I found in the hardware store that I'm going to experiment with to try to take a bath in. I'm looking forward to it, actually, because, it's just being able to have that freedom to take a bath when you want, how you want. It's important. You have to be able to have that and be able to just do what you want wherever you're parked, not have to try to find a gym or find a shower or whatever. I like being completely sustainable, off grid 100%, and not having to rely on, public facilities or anything like that. To me, it defeats the purpose. If you've got to pay for all these little things here and there, like, if you got to pay for your bathroom facilities or your, gym memberships or all these other things so that you can do those things, or camping grounds or whatever. It's like that stuff adds up, and usually those type of places like camping grounds and stuff, especially over here, it really is not cheap. It actually costs as much, if not more, of what it would cost to actually go ahead and just lease a place. So it defeats the purpose, so I think definitely, without a doubt, man, like being able to create your setup so that it works, where you can just be completely 100% doing your thing in your van. You can stay away for a week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks. That should be your goal. It's just to be able to just be sustainable 100%. Have your own power supply, your own fridges, your own, just everything, all that stuff, which once I get to that stage, then I'm going to have a very different perspective on van life. See, right now it's sucking for me because I don't have that power supply. So it's hampering my usual workflow with filming video. I can't charge DSLR cameras. I can't charge freaking my, laptop and things like that. I can't, have a refrigerator running. I have so many limitations right now, which is hampering my lifestyle a bit, like it's just changed everything up. So for that reason right now, it sucks. It just completely sucks. But on the flip side of that, being able to know that this is my space, it's mine. It's paid for, I own it. I'm not renting and making someone else richer with, helping them pay off their property. And, this space right here, and, just being able to know that someone can't just tell me, oh, look, get out. We're ending your lease because the council this or that or whatever, whatever situations are happening. I just think like it's nice. It's cool. And even though it's not the biggest space or the best space at the moment, it's my space. And that's what makes it the perfect space. And that's what makes all the other things that I have yet to get figured out or set up for the van, it makes it like, whatever, dude, we'll get there eventually. But for now, I've got my freaking space, and that to me is dope. So I think that's the thing, man. Like, whether you're doing car life or van life, it's your space, it's your home, and you've got freedom to also just go where you want, when you want, how you want. I think that's pretty cool. I find that to be really, really appealing. I can't wait until this vehicle is 100% just like running properly and everything, so I can just be like, boom, let's go drive, up further north or drive somewhere else or do all these things. That's going to be really cool to be able to do that. So I'm excited about all that. I definitely love the van life so far, even though there's some challenges and things to still get used to, but I do love it. I feel kind of free. I feel kind of free. I feel kind of just able to just do what I want, like just kind of without feeling tied down at all. And now that I'm figuring out these other little things, like, okay, how to take showers in here easy, how to, no more like baths, I should say, how to use the toilet in the van, how to do, Those type of things. I figured out how to wash my clothes. I've got a plan for washing clothes. There's all these little cool things that now is making it kind of be like, okay, I can see how this can all come together. So yeah, like I said, it's a work in progress, but it's going to get better over time. And the people who have mastered those little quirks and figured them all out, yeah, you can easily see how they've been able to maintain this lifestyle, because it just becomes really, really cool. The longer you go, I think the easier it becomes. And also that's just you adapting to your new environment, your new surroundings, and you're just getting able, to just settle a bit more, which is hard to do at first. Of course, it's hard to do at first. It's hard to kind of change something you've known your entire life. Most people, they've only known living in a house. It's a different vibe and a different experience being in a van, but definitely would recommend it, man, especially if you have no choice. It is by far better than the car option, but if you had to do either or, do what you have to do. If you only have a car, use a car. If you only have a van, use a van, whatever, man, but just get out there, because it beats the alternative if you don't have a roof over your head. At least you've got a roof over your head. So, but yeah, I definitely would recommend you do this if it's something you have to do. If you don't have to do it, then it's more of just up to you, I guess. If that's something you want to do, then do it. Don't allow yourself to be discouraged by the fact that it is a bit challenging, and it can be a bit stressful. And it does take a lot of freaking just getting used to. It really does. It takes a lot of just real patience, I think, as well, for you to just allow yourself time to just get settled into the vibe. But van life, better than car life. I love it. Freaking awesome. If you can skip car life altogether and just start with van life, do it. Find the van that works for you. Make sure you just take the time to choose the right van at the very first, start of it all. You're going to appreciate that. Find the right vehicle, like from the get-go. Don't get the wrong vehicle. Make sure you're very savvy about it and get the vehicle that you are happy to inject the money, the time, the effort, all that stuff into to build and make perfect. Choose the right platform. Your foundation is important. I can't express that enough. Because you will have regret and you'll be like, crap, why did I get that one? So if you can afford to get, your dream van or the ideal van that you see as the van, do it. Do it first off. Don't procrastinate about it. Don't freaking just say, oh, I'll just start with something small and then we'll just work up to a different band. Don't do it. Get the right band at first. You'll be happy you did. You'll be happy you did. But yeah, just know it's going to take time to get where you really want to get to. So just be patient and, you'll get there eventually. But, anyways, guys, I think I've covered it pretty much for this video. What I was kind of wanting to say, just with car life, van life. Hell yeah, van life's way better than car life. I freaking, after doing van life, I wouldn't go back to car life at all. I would not go back to car life. I mean, let me flip that. I would go back if I had to, or just overnight, maybe, just a change of pace or something. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem doing it, but definitely van life is so much better, so much easier, so much just more relaxing, but it is a lot of stress as well and frustration. Until you get everything dialed in the way you need to, it is a bit lonely, frustrating, stressful, and you banging your head a lot trying to figure out how to get the things done that you need to get done, and you're a bit like, oh, I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait for that to happen. Like you're sitting there and you're like, oh, geez, I hope that happens soon and this and that. You know, you're just craving it, you know. So, but yeah, guys, and you'll end up eating a bunch of junk food too. Just prepare for that. Initially, you will, because there's like nothing else to eat until you can get your fridge and your grill and all that stuff kind of set up. And what do you do on rainy days like this? You know, if you don't have the ability to cook inside your vehicle and you've got rainy days like this, you can't really cook outside. So it's something to think about. But yeah, you probably will end up wasting a bunch of money on junk food, which isn't the best thing. But eating something's better than eating nothing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go. And I love you. As always, remember to show me to the fullest. Keep it off tap. Lots more videos to come on the topic. And drop in the comments if there's something in particular that you want me to talk about. You got some questions. You got some ideas. You got whatever. Hit me up. Let me know. And I will catch you guys later. All right. Peace out.